camera's crooked. Or okay, so yeah, figuring me out. Um, I always think it's funny I used when people, thought that they had out when in reality I couldn't even figure out myself. You know, um, stems from depression, anxiety, um, at one point, addiction. So the first time I ever was in trouble with the law was about a year and a half ago, and I've done my fair share of some shit. So like, uh, for it to take as long as it did, needless to say, um, that's where like, well, I know that's where I really, you know, figured myself out. Because one thing about jail is you like much time to do anything besides sit there and like just think, you know. And even though like it was an experience that unfortunately I had to go through a few good times, um, and it's something that like that I don't ever want to go through again. Um, but it was in there that I really figured myself out. You know, I sat with me and I didn't really face in myself. I didn't really like the all the pain, just things that I didn't realize that I held with me and for avoid them. You know, sitting in that cell by myself and um so I decided just to face it. You know what I mean? Like the only thing you can do when you're put in a situation that there's nothing else you can do about it is to just do it. You know what I mean? Like there's no point in fighting something that you can't fight. You know, you just and at that point you just prolonging the inevitable. So I did, and I realized, you know what, like if you don't even want to sit with you, who else is gonna want to sit with you? So I learned how to sit with myself, and I forgave myself for like a lot of things I didn't even realize that I was, still suffering from and suffering with, mistakes that Lord knows there's plenty. Um, it was also in there that I got off of Suboxones and I got off of Klonopin, which like at that point I well up until that point I hadn't realized how much of my life um, I couldn't really recall from not only just being, um, in addiction, in active addiction, but from self medicating, and so like I said, as much as it's an experience I don't ever want to go through again, um, and I even said it to my police officer, like when I thanked him, I told him that, he saved my life. And what I mean by that is not because like the physical version of me. I meant it by like the spiritual version of me. It's been a long time since I've been this person, this melody, and where I know what I want in life, and genuinely happy and like I'm not wearing like 50 different masks. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I grew up in the streets. I'll always be a chameleon when I have to be, not just, to put on a front. Like, this is me right now. This is me today. And I'm happy, I'm humble. Um, I'm in pain. I'm dealing with a lot. My aunt, uh, who, my grandmother adopted me, so we were raised as siblings. She was my older sister, and she wasn't much older than me, and she just passed away on December 1st, and so I'm dealing with that, and it's hard, but I'm dealing with it, and I'm facing it, and facing myself going through this, without self medicating or without having those suicidal like thoughts that I once had because of unbeknownst to me, all of this pain um that I was just harboring in there, you know. And you know, um as much as I seen some things that I didn't like and I regretted, I was able to forgive myself for, but I also learned a lot more about myself than that. Like I was always questioning myself about um being good enough or pretty enough or not enough. And, I also, in finding me, realized I'm very intellectual. I'm very humble. Um, I'm extremely beautiful inside and out, and I'm very inquisitive. Um, I learned that I actually am like extremely into quantum physics. I learned that I liked tranquilism. Sure, I'm saying it wrong. With the puppets, ventriloquism. I mean, sorry. Um, I also, forgave my mom in there, and I got to the center of me, and uh, now with the knowledge of perception of reality, and along with the knowledge of the fact remains that if you change your mind, you will change your life. Um, um, I say this all the time. It's something that I heard from somebody, and it's so true. Like life is like a game of chess. You have to think before you move, and that's what I do now. I plan everything, and I mean the better way to talk about it is setting goals. Like I also say in all my videos, a person with no goals is a person with no direction in life. So I like right now I have a 2-year goal, and and once again, you are what you believe that you are. So, or that you believe that you can do, and that come across a man that says that he can, and a man that says he cannot. Both are about 85% accurate because you are what you believe you are. You will do what you believe you can do. And so yeah, right now my goal is to get my associates in business management. It's a part of the plan. So now that I only have a couple more courses left for counseling, um, I'm going to go down next week for to my local community college and uh, start the business management. It should only take about 2 years, and so that's my goal right now. Um, what's weird is I learned like you learn a lot of little things about yourself. I learned that I am an extremely like fan of the mornings. Like I am such a morning person. Um, I was so scared of so many things, and anybody who knows me would never think that. Everybody's always like, she's Melody's so strong, been through hell and back, and she's this and she's that, and um, resilient. I had no choice, you know. I've always been like alone. Um, Nobody held my hand through things, helped me through things, you know. Um, I'm also a very prideful person where, because I've been on my own since such a young age, that takes a lot for me to like really reach out to somebody. So I had no choice, you know. I still don't have a choice. So I guess I want to say to people, if you I mean, I'm no stronger than anybody else. Um, it's just that my will, and that stems from, once again, you are what you believe you are. I believe in myself always, you know, and I know in my mind, my perception of reality, I know that I can will overcome everything and anything. So just change your mindset and you'll change your life. I mean, I've already been going on for 11 minutes and I probably lost most of you, and there's so much more to this. So it's probably gonna be 4 parts. Uh, but that's just the basics of uh, how the change in me started to take effect. Anyways, Melody, again, my name is Melody. Thank you for listening. Just gotta figure out how to stop this. Uh, Sorry, guys. My play. Clock. Yeah, the clock is so definitely ticking. Okay. Hey, this is about. The clock is still ticking.